Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to Adobe Captivate 9, One Tool, Infinite Possibilities. In today's presentation, we will join Dr. Pooja Jasingh, Senior Adobe e-learning evangelist, for an insightful webinar on how Adobe makes your life easier with its all-inclusive, rapid authoring tool, Adobe Captivate 9. I'm Karen Gleason from the eLearning Guild, and I'm the host for this session. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Guild. We are the most trusted source of information, networking, and community for e-learning professionals. As a member-driven organization, the Guild produces conferences, blended training, ebooks, research reports, Learning Solutions magazine, and our brand new online events, Summits, Spotlights, and The Beat. Each of the resources the Guild produces is devoted to the idea that the people who know the most about making e-learning successful are the people who produce e-learning every day, just like you folks. Our goal is to create a place where e-learning professionals can share their knowledge, expertise, and ideas to build a better industry and better learning experiences for everyone, because we believe that together we are better. To learn more about the Guild, click the link on the slide. But of course, after the presentation. Now, let's look at Adobe Captivate 9. I'm going to turn it over to Pooja. Thanks, Pooja.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Karen, for that nice introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Pooja Jasingh, and before I start my presentation, I want all of you to answer this question. I see some of you have already answered the question, and I can see nice results here. So, in a minute, I will make the answers available for all of you so that you can see where you stand in this group. So, you have to answer the question: are you a Captivate rock star? Do you build some courses using Captivate? Are you somewhat familiar, or you're exploring the new features? And I don't expect anybody to say what's Captivate, but I can see some people still answering the question here. So let me broadcast the result for you, and I can see there are a lot of new people here joining us today. It's almost 41% of you are exploring the new features in Captivate. I'm glad that you are here, and I will try to make it as interesting and engaging for all of you in this room. With that, let me switch to my slides, and let me talk to you about some of the housekeeping things before we begin the session. This session is being recorded, and we will be posting the recording link on the Captivate events page. So you can click the link Captivate webinars in the links of interest in the bottom bar. So you can go ahead and access the recording from there. On this layout, you will notice that I have removed the chat completely from here. That's because we have a lot of folks joining here, and I don't want anybody to get distracted by whatever is going on in the room. So if you have a question, please go ahead and ask in the Q&A pod. I have my lovely friends and colleagues here in the room. They will be answering all your Q&A questions. We have Dr. Alan Partridge, my fellow senior e-learning evangelist. We have Avranil from the marketing team. We have Sankaram from the Captivate engineering team. We also have Devraj, and we have Roshan from the Connect team to help us make sure that the session goes on smoothly. And of course, we have Karen from eLearning Guild. So you can ask the questions in the Q&A pod, and let's give it a quick test. Just write something in the Q&A pod. Hi, hello, good evening, good morning, test. Anything that comes to your mind, please write in the Q&A pod. And these questions that you send will be seen by my colleagues and me. And if you have any common questions, they will be passing it on to me. And during the session, I'll be taking 2 to 3 Q&A breaks, and I will be answering those questions for you. Also, if you love this session, go ahead and tweet about it using Adobe Captivate hashtag and @Pooja Jasingh. Also, if you have any audio glitches or any issues, also write it in the Q&A pod, and my friends will be helping you with it. With that, let's start talking about Adobe Captivate 9, which is one tool with infinite possibilities. And to begin that, the first question that comes to my mind is, what can you create with Adobe Captivate 9, and what it is all about? So Adobe Captivate 9 is a rapid authoring tool that allows you to create anything e-learning. So any type of e-learning course you want to create, you can do that easily with Adobe Captivate 9. You do not need any additional tools for creating different types of content. So that's Adobe Captivate 9, and if you talk about it in nutshell, there are these different things that you can do in Captivate. The first and the foremost is you can create e-learning storyboards. So typically people use a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation to create a storyboard and then go to the e-learning tool and start creating the course. But with Captivate, you don't need to do that step. You can directly create your storyboards using Adobe Captivate Draft app, and then take that draft into Captivate directly and continue populating it and continue replacing those placeholder objects with the real objects that you want to add to your e-learning courses. As soon as we see the demo, this is the first thing that I'm going to show you. The next thing you can do with Adobe Captivate 9 is create responsive e-learning courses. It's nothing but you create a course for one layout and it automatically creates the content or places the content in the other breakpoints and looks seamless whether you look it in whether the learner takes the course on a mobile device or a desktop. And it's a very beautiful workflow, and I will definitely show it to you today when we talk about the different features in Captivate. Also, you can create mobile learning. So if you just want to create exclusive mobile learning, you don't want it to be available on the desktop, you can easily do that, and there are several options in Captivate to do that. You can either generate the content in HTML5 format and then give the link to the learner by hosting it on a web server or an LMS, or you can directly create apps using the direct publish workflow inside Adobe Captivate to publish your courses to the PhoneGap account and create an app from that. Also, you can create application simulations. This is a classic feature of Adobe Captivate. It allows you to create simulations with ease. You can create a show me, a try it, or a test me type of a simulation and give your learners enough opportunity to see a demonstration, try it out, and then test your learners on what they have achieved from or what have they learned from that particular simulation. Along with that, you can create soft skills training. So any training you want where you have a ton of scenarios, you have branching, you can do all of that using the simple and even the advanced features that are present in Adobe Captivate. You can also create compliance training, like anything ranging from code of conduct or to sexual harassment or any other training that you want. You can create it using Captivate. It can be as simple as importing a PowerPoint presentation into your course and then adding a bunch of questions to it if you have no time. And you can also create a game-based learning for training your workforce on the compliance issues and everything related to that. So you can go to any extent when you are creating your courses using Adobe Captivate. And as I said, you can also bring in your PPT and then add interactive elements on top of it or alongside it to create your courses, and then make it SCORM, AICC or XAPI compliant and host it on your learning management system. Also, you can record HD video demonstrations using Adobe Captivate. So it allows you to create a HD MP4 video, and you can either add it to your Captivate course, or you can host it on YouTube, Vimeo, or any video service video sharing service and make it available for your learners. Also, you can do a lot of complex stuff. So along with the easy things that you can do with Captivate, like simply going and adding questions, or recording a simulation, or doing some very simple things like adding a button or creating a branched scenario, you can do a lot of complex stuff as well. And for that, Captivate allows you to access the advanced actions, variables, and even JavaScript to build some of those complex e-learning courses. So with that, this was a quick introduction to what Captivate can do for you. Let's switch to the screen share mode and I will quickly demonstrate. Okay. Uh, Alan is saying my mic is a little hot. Just give me a minute.
It's fine now, Pooja.
Are you guys able to hear me clearly? Can you just write in the Q&A part so that I can know? And Avranil, Alan, is my audio sounding okay now?
You sound fabulous.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Patridge. Okay, so let's share the screen and I'll go ahead and start showing you the iPad app that we have for storyboarding first. So what I will do is I'm just sharing my screen here on my laptop and you can see that I have an app named Captivate Draft here on my screen. I downloaded it from the App Store. So you can go ahead and search for Captivate Draft and you will find this green colored application that you can download. Let me quickly show you how you can create storyboards in minutes using this app. So I'll just go ahead and tap on Adobe Draft and here this is the application that starts, and here on this screen you will see all the Captivate storyboards that you have created. So I've created a ton of them, but if you're starting it for the first time, possibly you'll see just the first thumbnail which is here, which says create new project, and you will also see the projects, one or two of the projects, I think this one, which will be available for you to explore what you can do with this storyboard. So let's go up and let me just go ahead and tap on this first icon which says create new project. This will create a blank new storyboard for you, and around the screen you will find a bunch of menu items. These are here to help you create your storyboards better. And here in Adobe Captivate Draft, what you can do is you can use gestures to add objects, or you can use these toolbar options to add objects. Let me show you the gestures first. So to add an oval or a circle, just go ahead and draw it on the screen. You can easily increase or decrease its size or shape of this object as you want. You can also draw a rectangle on the screen to get a rectangle shape. You can draw a line to get a line shape. You can also draw a cross mark to get a picture placeholder. So here you can go ahead and add a picture placeholder. If you need a video, you can go ahead and draw a forward arrow and that will give you a video placeholder. If you want to add some text, you can just scribble vertically and that will give you a text placeholder. And if you want to record some audio, just scribble horizontally and that will give you an opportunity to start recording anything on your screen. And this can be maybe you're having a conversation with your stakeholders or your customers and you want to record that so that it's available for later reference, you can do that. Or if you're creating a storyboard and you want to just record the scratch audio for the screen, you can use this option for that. I've just tapped on stop and now this audio is available. I can either play it, delete it, or if I tap anywhere else on the screen, it is added to my storyboard. So here on the top right corner, you can see there is an audio icon which indicates that this audio has been recorded. And now you don't need to remember all these gestures. If you forget it, there is a ready reference here available on the top right corner with a question mark. Go ahead and tap on it and it will show you all the drawing gestures that I just showed you here. And of course, for web object, you can just go ahead and draw this sleeping 8 or the infinity sign to get the web object. So I'll just go ahead and close this out. And this is how you add objects. Now, of course, you need to populate these objects as well. So to populate the objects, I'll just go ahead and tap on oval, and here on the right hand side you will see some shape related options. So I'll just go ahead and tap on fill, and I can go ahead and I can go ahead and add the colors that I want. And this is related, or I should say linked to my Creative Cloud color theme. So I can go ahead and pick whichever theme I want. So, and I like this color, so I'll just go ahead and tap on it. So that color is added. If I want to fill it with image, I can go ahead and tap on image, and that will allow me to fill it with image or click a new image or a picture to add to this particular shape. Also, if I tap on it 2 times, it will give me ability to add some text. So I can go ahead and add some text here, and I can do a lot of other things related to the shape formatting. Also, to add an image, I can just go ahead and tap on it. Either I can tap on the camera icon, which will allow me to take a picture, or I can go to gallery and pick the image that I want to add here. So I'll just go ahead and tap on it, and that allows me to add image inside this. Also, adding video is also very simple. Just go ahead and tap on it, go to gallery, and select the video that you want to embed into this particular video, into this screen. Also, when you tap the play button, it shows you that video live, so you don't have to really go and preview your project somewhere else to see how things are working. You can simply go ahead and play it, and that will allow you to play the video. Changing text is also very easy. So working with objects is super simple. Now to add a new slide, just go ahead and tap on the plus sign, and that will give you a new slide. Also, it allows you to add question slides. So if you swipe left next to the plus sign, it will open a table of contents sort of a thing for you, where you will see all the slides that have been created, and at the bottom you will see get an opportunity to add a blank slide or add a question slide. If you tap on add a question slide, you'll get 4 options to select from. I'll just go ahead and select multiple choice question, and it will allow me to add a question slide here, and different things that I can do with this storyboard. Once this storyboard is ready, and before I forget, this will also allow you to add hyperlinks. So if you have an object, if you tap on this blue star with orange pointers here in the contextual menu, that will allow you to link it to any other slide. That's like a click box that you are adding on top of that object, or you are converting that shape into a button. So you can do all of that, and once you are done with it, just tap on this button to go back to the menu, and you can see that this new storyboard has been added. And now from here, I can long press on this tab, and I can send it for review to the stakeholders or to the customers. I can send this to my Creative Cloud folder, from where I can go ahead and open this file and convert it to an e-learning course, or I can make a copy of it and make modifications to have a new storyboard. So that's about Adobe Captivate Draft, which is a storyboarding app. It is super simple to use. You can go ahead and use this, and that will allow you to build storyboards with ease. If you want to know more about it, feel free to write to me, and I will be happy to answer all your questions or give you options to create some nice storyboards, or give you some nice ideas in which you can use this particular app. With that, let's get back to Captivate. And before that, Dr. Partridge, do we have any questions that you want me to answer?
Yes, Pooja, there is a question. I was trying to answer another question. Pooja, there is a question, which is, have you released a new lynda.com Captivate training, or is it still just the first look?
Yeah, it's just the first look, and no, I have not released anything yet. No, not for 9. Is there any other question? Okay, I believe there's no more question. So let's move on and let's talk about Captivate now. So Captivate allows you to directly create a lot of common workflows right from the welcome screen. So here you can see I've launched Captivate, and now what I see here is my welcome screen. And upfront, I get an option to create either a responsive project, a software simulation, a device demonstration, blank project, from Captivate Draft or from PowerPoint. Let me talk to you about these common workflows. So the first option is creating a responsive project. Now that we are increasingly using our mobile devices and tablets, it really becomes essential to make things available, content available on every device. So it's always I would say advisable, or in some time we would say that it's a necessity to create a project which will be available and accessible on any device. So this will allow you to create a course with different breakpoints, and we'll be coming back to it right now. This is the option to create a software simulation. Just double click and it will allow you to do that. Here you can see device demo. If you are on Windows, you will find a different option here which says video demo. Device demo is recording your iOS devices directly on your Mac. If you are on Windows, this option is not available for Windows version of Captivate. And here you can see that you can import a PowerPoint directly by clicking here, importing the PowerPoint, and then working on it as a normal Captivate project. And here's the option which will allow you to import your Captivate draft storyboard, and that will allow you to generate a Captivate course out of it. And blank project is a blank project from where you can create anything, and you can pick and choose whatever you want from these different options. Along with these options, there is also other options which are available under File menu, New Project, and you can see that there are these different options available for creating a new project, recording a new, or going ahead and opening any other project. So let's get started, and I want to show you responsive project first. So let me just double click this, and this will create a new responsive project for you. And if you have used Captivate 8, you would have noticed that there were three different breakpoints in which you could create your courses. One was desktop, or also known as primary, one was tablet, and the other was mobile. But now with Captivate 9, you have 5 different breakpoints. So initially you get 3 breakpoints, but you can go ahead and add 2 more breakpoints by clicking the plus sign, and that adds 2 different breakpoints here for you. You can easily manage the breakpoint size so that it suits your learner's device requirements. You can increase or decrease the size by moving this yellow handle, and that will allow you to increase or decrease the size. Also, if you go ahead and change the theme, any theme that you select here in Captivate is responsive in nature. So if you select any theme, let's go ahead and select this one and click yes, you will notice that every object that is present in that theme, whether it's a placeholder object or a real object, it is responsive in nature and automatically shows you the best output that is required for that particular screen. Also, all these are linked to the master slides. So I'll just go ahead and open the properties and click on master slide view, and here you can see that I have the main master slide similar to what you see in PowerPoint, and the rest of the slides are available here. So you can see all these slides, and specifically I want to show you something like this where the things are laid out horizontally. If you move to the other different breakpoints, you can see that the arrangement changes, and based on how this breakpoint looks like, the objects are appearing. So you can peacefully, I should say, use these master slide layouts to build your courses. And also, if you are adding any object to your courses. So let me just go ahead and add a blank slide here. If I go ahead and add an object, let me go to media and let me go to characters. And while we are here, let me talk about the characters that are available inside Captivate. So the character images are available in 4 different categories: business, casual, illustrated, and medicine. And there are 25 different character sets that are available to you out of the box. And these character sets are available in 50 different poses. So when you are building your scenario based course, or you want to have a coach for your course, you can easily pick and choose the image that you like, and you can go ahead and utilize these images. So here you can either use the full pose, or you can have a close-up image or a half image, and then you can also use the high resolution images so that you get a crisp and clear image when it is being added to your course. I'll go ahead and click OK, and this image is now added to your course. And you can see that when it appears on the different breakpoints, this image is scaled according to the breakpoint size. This is the default option for scaling the or making the images. But if you want to modify that, you can easily do that by going to the position inspector, which is new to responsive courses. So it's pretty powerful. It allows you to do a ton of things, and we are not getting into details over here. If you need any information regarding responsive e-learning, please feel free to write to me, and I'll be happy to share tons of resources that will help you create responsive courses. So that's about responsive. Let me also show you the different publish options that you have. So here you have the option of publish to devices. What this does is it will give you a single link which will work on any device that you on. So let me just preview this project for you. In the preview mode, you'll find all these 5 different breakpoints available. Let me just make it a little big. Okay. So let's go back, and I'll pause it here, and you can see that this is the image, and when I click on different devices, you see how things will look like on these different devices. Also, when I scrub through this player, you can see that even in between these device breakpoints, you will find that the course looks seamless, nothing is breaking. So you can go ahead and test it out over here. But when you are publishing it, you will get a single link without these the slider and this option, and it will play the course based on the course on the device dimension of the learner. So let me just go ahead and close this out, and now let me show you the option which is published to devices, which is app. So if you click this option, it will allow you to publish your course as an HTML5 format, and it will allow you to package your course as an app with the help of PhoneGap technology. So if you have Creative Cloud you will possibly have a PhoneGap account as well, and you can go ahead and add your PhoneGap credentials, add your Apple or Android certificate, and it will allow you to publish your course as an app. It will give you a QR code, and you can use that QR code to scan it on your, you can just scan that QR code on your mobile phone or your tablet, and it will allow you to download that course as an app on your device. And you can view it offline. So both those options are available for you. Along with that, you can also publish to Connect if you're using Connect as an LMS, or you can publish to our brand new LMS, Adobe Captivate Prime. While we are here, let me also show you some of the wonderful assets that we have packed with Adobe Captivate 9. So just go ahead and click on assets. Here you will find more than 30,000 free assets that are available for you. And these include cutout people, interactions, scenarios, course starters, themes, layouts, and navigation players. Cutout peoples, there are tons of them available for you. So inside Captivate, you will find 25 character sets, but here you will find more and more and more character sets available for you. So here you can see the categories that are available for photorealistic, for illustrated. So if I click on photorealistic, you can see the number of options that you have available for these characters. What you can then do is you can select the character that you want to use for your course. You can go ahead and select the character. Let me just go ahead and select this. And you can select the pose that you want to use for your course. I'll go ahead and select this one and click on view details. And here you get this image in 3 different sizes. So you can select the one that you want to use, just click download, and it will start downloading that image. And as soon as it is downloaded, it will tell you exactly where you can find it. In this case, it is available under media character. So I'll just go ahead and close the window. I'll close the assets dialog as well, and then I will go to media characters. In the characters, there is one category named assets. In this category, you will find the object, or sorry, the character that you have just downloaded. So here you can see this is the character that I just downloaded. I'll go ahead and click OK, and this character is now added easily to my course. Along with that, when you download interactions or Captivate games or scenarios or any other templates, it goes and sits in your sample projects or tutorials. So if you click this button, you can see that I've downloaded a ton of them, and most of these, especially the Captivate 9.1, are responsive in nature. Let me just quickly show you this one, which is pretty neat. So it's a click to reveal screen where you have buttons to click and then reveal some information related to that. So here's the layout, and if you preview this, let me just quickly do that for you. You will notice that when I click these buttons, it's completely functional, and even when I go to the lower breakpoints, it will work seamlessly. So here you can see when I'm clicking these buttons, it's showing content related to that easily, and you can easily use this template, populate it with your own content, and you don't need to do any I would say writing of actions, or bothering about what will happen and how it will happen, and what should I do. So you can do all of that here. One nice thing I want to show you here is that when you move to the lower breakpoints, you can see that it's automatically responding, and here it becomes completely different. You can just see the content here. If I close this, you can see just the options. If I go and click on option 4, it just shows the content 4. That's because the space on this screen is pretty less because it's a mobile device. So it just shows the information that is requested, and at a time it will only show you either the buttons or the click reveal text. And even in the smaller one, you can see that it's vertically placed. So it's not 5 different courses that I have created. It's one single course which has 5 different breakpoints. When you add objects, you go ahead and add objects on your desktop layout, and then you can choose the settings in the properties inspector. Just select the object that you want to change the property for, go to position, and these are the properties which do the magic to make it responsive. Okay, so I hope you are interested in trying out this workflow. Again, if you need any help, please go feel free to write to me or Dr. Partridge, and we'll be super excited to help you create such projects. Let me quickly show you a software simulation as well. So let me just go ahead and open PowerPoint here. I'll go ahead and open software simulation, and here what it does is it gives you 2 objects. One is it gives you this red rectangle box. Let me just get rid of these dialogues. So here you can see there is a red rectangle box, and you have this settings panel which allows you to change the settings that you need for the simulation. If I can either record the screen area, or I can go ahead and select an application that I want to record. Most likely we record applications, right? So I'll just go ahead and open a Microsoft PowerPoint document, and you can see that as soon as I did that, it snapped to the PowerPoint presentation. And now wherever I'm moving the red rectangle, the PowerPoint presentation is also moving along with that. Let me just go ahead and open a new presentation, and this time let's go ahead and select that so that I don't mess with that PPT. Okay. So here's my presentation, and again I can go ahead and make the other changes as well. This area allows me to record a demo, which is nothing but a show me type of a simulation, assessment, which is a test me, and training, which is a try it type of a simulation. You can also enable panning and audio for it, but let me just show you how to record it. So I'll go ahead and hit record here, and after the timer, whatever actions I do here on the screen will be recorded for me by Captivate. And whatever pauses I'm taking here will not be recorded. So it will only follow my clicks and mouse movements and nothing else. So here, if I want to do some quick steps, I'll just go ahead and click insert, and you can hear there is a shutter sound that appears on for this thing. So I'll just go ahead and draw a rectangle here, and let's go ahead and change the color of it, and let's go ahead and maybe add some animation to it. So I'll click animation, and let's open this. Let's go ahead and add a wipe animation on this. So these are the steps that I wanted to cover. Once it is done, go ahead and click the Captivate icon, or if you are on Windows, just press the End key, and that will stop recording your steps, and it will immediately create the project for you. So here you can see that as soon as I stopped that, I got 3 projects. One is demo, one is assessment, and one is training. Let's go ahead and see what is recorded in the demo version. Okay, so I'll go ahead and preview this, and you can see I'm not making any changes to this project. I'm just showing it to you up front. So here, let me just pause it for you. It shows the screen area that was recorded. It shows you a highlight box which indicates that here's the place where the click happened, and then you also see an instructional text. Sometimes this instructional text will not make any sense to you, like the way it is happening right now, but sometimes it gives you something meaningful. But you can definitely go ahead and make edits to this particular caption to make it sound more meaningful. So you can see that wherever I was doing a click, it is showing all those steps nicely. It's not capturing any of my the silent phases, and it is just showing me the steps one after the other, and it allows me to do all those things. Similarly, if you see the tried section, so if I go to the untitled training and I preview this project, what will happen is here it will give me some different components here. So here you can see there is no highlight box over the insert button. There is no instructional text. What you have here is you get a click box, and if you go close to the click box, you get some hint caption. So you can see as soon as I place the arrow over here, I get a hint caption, and if I go and click on some other place like here, I will get an error caption. So these are the captions which will direct you to the right option. So if I go and click insert here, and then I click on shapes, it will allow me to move forward in the simulation and allow me to follow the steps, but it will so it will allow you to follow the steps, and you can go ahead and do the things. If you're clicking on the wrong place, it will give you an error caption. If you come close to it, it gives you a hint caption, and things go on. So it's a good way to allow your learners to follow the steps in a harmless situation where they are not, it's okay to make mistakes and learn from it. So that's about the show me, try it, and test me simulations. And before I move forward, do we have any questions, Dr. Partridge?
We do. I was just about to answer a question from Holly, who's wondering about soft skills training. And so Holly is wondering, can she build a soft skills training from a kind of a template, or does she have to start and build it one slide at a time. I believe that there are some templates in the marketplace now, aren't there?
Yeah, there are a lot of nice templates. So let me quickly show those templates to you. Okay. Dr. Patrish, your mic is hot. Let me just mute it. Okay. Okay, so here I have opened the assets, and you can see here we have Captivate scenarios, and in this list you will find a lot of different scenarios that have been added. Actually, last week we added 4 new scenario templates, which are the first 4 that are listed over here. So if you are creating something which is related to mobile, or you want to just give it a feel of some text message that is appearing for the learner, and then he has to respond to that, you can use something like that. Or there is another template which is let me just I'm sorry for that. There was some music over here. So here you can see that this scenario shows that there is some text message that the learner gets, and how should this person respond. So you can either use this, or you can use a scenario with 3 different options. So if you have 3 choices, you can use this particular option. So you can use this particular template to create your scenarios. You can either have a responsive template. I think it's only available in responsive. So there are some templates which are available in responsive and non-responsive versions, but you can pick and choose. And if you have something like a conversation in the office, you can choose any of these different scenario templates and then build your course from there. Or even if you want to use different characters, so here you like the look and feel, you like the office scenario, you like how it's being set up, and it's all the linking and everything is done, so you don't need to worry about that. But if you don't like the characters, you can easily swap out those characters with any other character images that fit the bill for your scenarios that you are creating. So here you can go ahead and for this example, you can see that there is a responsive template and there is a non-responsive template. So you can go ahead and utilize a lot of different scenario templates that are present over here. And along with scenario templates, there are games as well. So if you want to add games to your course, just go ahead and select these games and add them to your course if you just want to add some fun element. And the interactions are also pretty nice. One of it, yeah, Dr. Patrick.
Oh, sorry. We also have a request to see if you might be able to show the text-to-speech converter. Someone wants to know,
Sure.
what that process is like, grabbing text and turning it into speech.
Sure, definitely. So let me quickly show that to you. To add text to speech, either you can go to the window and open the slide notes, and from here you can add slide notes and convert it to a text to speech, or you can go to the speech management dialog, which gives you an opportunity to add text to speech on any slide. So let me just show you the slide option first. So here I'll just go ahead and add a note here. I'll just say, hi, my name is Pooja. Okay, so I've added that. I'll go ahead and select this option which says TTS and then click text to speech. This will give me the speech management dialog, and I can use this text, or I can keep adding more text captions here if I've forgotten to do that in the slide notes. When I select this particular caption, it shows me the speech agent which will be used for converting text to speech. I can open this and select from the top 6 speech agents that you see here. The rest of them are generated by, they are automatically added by Mac. If you are on Windows, you will not see them. But these are the ones, the first 7 of them, which are added along with which are installed as a part of your Captivate package. So let me just go ahead and select Kate here, and I'll go ahead and click generate audio. that will automatically generate audio, and you can see this audio icon. This has been added to your timeline. So if you go to timeline, you can see that this audio has been added, and you can also find it in the library. I can't play it now because my audio will go to my headset. Yeah, so you will not be able to hear this audio, but it's that simple. And if you, as I said, if you want to do it for the entire project and you don't want to do it slide by slide, you can go to audio and click speech management, and here you will see all the slides listed. So just go to the slide, click the plus sign. It will give you the placeholder to add text. Just add text, select your speech agent, and click generate audio. And the fun part is that you don't have to use a single speech agent. If there are some dialogues that you're using, you can make changes to the speech agent that is being used for that particular thing. So you can have multiple speech agents, and then you can click generate audio to create your audio clips for the course. So Alan, does that answer the question?
Pooja, I think that it does.
Awesome. Awesome. Do we have any more questions?
We do have a few other questions. We have one more question about lynda.com. Someone wondering if you were planning to do the follow-up, the next level book on Captivate 9. You've got lots of fans, as always.
Not more than you, Dr. Partridge. Okay.
You skillfully avoided answering that question, like a politician.
Okay, so do we have any more questions, Alan? I don't think if you have time, Dr. Partridge, then we can maybe write a book together, but I don't see it happening other than that.
One question, which is kind of an interesting one, about how does Captivate compare to Authorware in terms of functionality? And that's probably a really good question.
And I think you are the best person to answer that, Alan, because I have not used Authorware, so I will not be able to answer that question at all. So go ahead.
Well, Authorware used a graphical programming kind of metaphor to allow people to put together functionality. Captivate's programming metaphor is more similar to traditional programming, although it is similar to Authorware in that it lets you set up decision points, and then from those decision points you can have conditional statements. So, and there's been a big change in Captivate in terms of what you need to do interactivity in the most recent release, right? I don't know if we talked much today about object states, but of course the new object states pretty much remove the need to do most of the programming because you can use as many object states as you want and then trigger them from virtually anything on the screen, and then advanced actions in Captivate will allow you to use conditions to determine which choices to make or which choices to take. Any thoughts about that, about object states, Pooja?
Sure, I would love to show it to them because I also feel that it has made Captivate super powerful. So let's quickly see it. So I'll go ahead and add a new project here. Let me just create a blank project so that we have a nice blank slate here to work with. And after that, I definitely have to cover how to add questions in Captivate and how easy it is. So here's my slide, and to add, I'll just go ahead and add an object. Maybe let's go ahead and draw a star. And after drawing the star, what I can do is I can add multiple states to this. Or you know what, let's go ahead and do something more interesting. So I'll go ahead and add a character image. And in the character image, I'll go ahead and add maybe this image. This one? Okay. So we'll go ahead and add a half pose of this image so that it indicates that she's thinking something. Let's replace this to make it high resolution so that we have it bigger and better. Okay, so here's my image in which maybe she's the coach and she's asking some question to the learner, and then we want to have another pose of this person when when she gets the correct answer from the learner. So let's go ahead and click the plus sign, and I'll just name this as correct. And here I'll just go ahead and replace this character. So I'll click this button here, which is the yellow icon, and let's pick another image here indicating correct. I'll go ahead and select this, select half, and click OK, and that will replace the image over here. Let's make it a little small. So here's the next image, and then I can have one more image over here. So I'll go ahead and click the plus sign again, and I'll name this as incorrect, and that will give me the third state. Let's go ahead and add the third image here, and the third image is this one. So this was like really so all these three images are added as a part of this particular image. And if you want to see all three images, so here at a time you can see only one. So this is the normal image, this is the correct image, and this is the incorrect image. And if you want to see all three together, you can go to the state view, and that will show you exactly how these three images are looking like. Also, what you can do is on top of this, you can add more objects. So if you want to just add, say, a call out over here and say, maybe, what do you think? Okay, so maybe you want to include the question here. You will notice that when I'm adding an object over here, it doesn't appear in the correct and incorrect option. Here I can have different objects. So on top of the main object, you can have secondary objects also added over here. I'll go ahead and exit state. Let's add two buttons here. So I'll just go to interaction, add a button here, and name this as correct. We'll not add any action to it right now. I'll just name this as correct answer. Okay, and we make it a little big so that it's visible, and let's increase the size of the text. And for this, what I want to do is when they click this button, I should go to actions, and I will go ahead and select change state off, and it tells me the name of the image, which is image 1, this one, and I want it to be correct. And I'll uncheck continue playing the project because I don't want to continue the project at this time. So I'll go ahead and select this. Let me duplicate this. I'll go ahead and press and hold the command key and duplicate this button. And let me just rename this button as incorrect here, so I can quickly create the second one. And here, instead of the change state of image 1 to correct, I'll go ahead and select incorrect. So I've just done these 2-3 steps. I've added this image, I've created states for it, and then I've added these two simple buttons, and I've applied the new action that has been added to Captivate 9, which is change state of. I'll go to preview project, and now when I click the button, so initially the image will appear in a normal state, but when I click the correct answer button, it goes to the correct state, and when I click the incorrect button here, it goes to the incorrect state. So this is a very simple way of creating an interaction, but you can use it in multiple ways to build your interactions. It can be for creating a tabbed screen, an accordion screen. It can be for branching type of interactions where you just want to show the feedback on the same screen, or you want to do other stuff. Wherever you want change to happen based on an action, you can easily use multi-state objects and do that over here. Now, along with multi-state objects, let me also show you some classic things that you can do with Captivate, which is you can add different types of questions inside Captivate. You can have a pre-test which you can give to your learners and assess their existing knowledge and understanding of the content. You can have knowledge check questions which you can sprinkle in between the slides, which will not be scored at all. And then you can have a normal question slide, which will be it can be a graded question or a survey question. Whatever you select, I'll just go ahead and select question slide. It will give you a simple form where you can select what type of question you want to add. Maybe you want, say, 2 multiple choice questions. You want, say, 1 short answer, or maybe 1 matching type question. You want 2 sequence type questions. So you can easily add those numbers here, and now you can see that I've selected 2 for multiple choice, 1 for matching, and 2 for sequence. And when I click OK, it will automatically generate 5 different question slides for me. So here you can see that I have 5 different question slides added, and I also have a quiz result slide added. All I have to do now is populate this question with the text that I want to include in the question, and the assessment is ready. Also, if you want to make it SCORM compliant, you can simply go to the preferences. So here for Mac it is under Adobe Captivate. Or on Windows you can go to edit and then select preferences. So I'll go ahead and select preferences here, and here you can see we have something known as quiz reporting. If you go ahead and check this option, enable reporting for this project, you can select if your LMS is listed here. Or what you can do is you can just select other standard LMSs, and from these 4 standards which are available, you can go ahead and select the one that you want and then fill out the rest of the form, and your course is now LMS compliant. So you can, whenever you publish this course and deploy it to an LMS, it will honor the choices that you have made. So along with this, I also want to show you one more question type, which is a drag and drop question. So let me just place it here. And for a drag and drop question, you just have to add simple objects. Any objects, it just doesn't have to be, an interactive object. It should be a non-interactive object. And there can be tons of different types of drag and drops that you can create, and Dr. Partridge and I have created a lot of different variations of drag and drops that you can check out and take some ideas from. So here you can see I've just added 2 circles here. I'll just go ahead and fill this with a lighter color so that you can make out the difference. And this one, let's color it differently. I'll just go ahead and use this nice blue. So here you can see that these are the static objects. It doesn't move at all. It's simple shape that I've added. We can easily convert this into a drag and drop interaction by going to interactions and selecting drag and drop. And this will give you a wizard, which is a 3-step wizard. First step, you have to select the draggable. So just click on it. It will appear with a green outline, which indicates that this is a draggable. Go to the next step, which is step 2. Select the drop target. It will appear with a blue outline indicating that it's a drop target. Click next, and now you have to pair the draggable and the drop target. So just click and drag an arrow out of the plus sign at the center of the screen and place it on the drop target and click finish. This will create the drag and drop interaction for you. So I'll just go ahead and say maybe from this slide. And when I click and drag this, you can see I can move this particular object anywhere on the screen. If I place it anywhere else, it goes back to its original position. But when I go anywhere close to the drop target, it snaps to the drop target, and I can click the submit button and it shows me the correct answer caption. So that's how easy it is to create a drag and drop interaction. And of course, there are tons of other options that you can use for converting this into any other type of interaction that you want to create. If you're looking for ideas, Dr. Partridge and I have a lot of videos on the Captivate tutorials page or YouTube, and I also have a course on lynda.com just on drag and drop. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. With that, I will stop sharing my screen, and if you have any other questions, please let me know. I will be around for some time here, so please keep asking in the Q&A pod, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Dr. Partridge, do we have any final questions? We have 2 more minutes.
There's a tough question here, which is from Veronica, who asks, are the color themes in compliance with the requirements of Section 508? And it's an excellent question, and generally I think this question has to do with vision and the ability to see color. And so, of course, we've talked about that before. I know that our designers did some work with color vision, but I don't think all of the color themes that are in Captivate are obviously going to be compliant. Do you know if there are certain ones that have been flagged as being compliant with the color regulations?
No, I'm not sure, and I think Sankaram would be the better person for this.
Yeah, Sankaram might know, or
so maybe we can write back.
Andrew, yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much for being here. You've been a fantastic audience. It was fun talking to you about Adobe Captivate. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us and we will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much for being here, and keep attending all these Captivate sessions, and take care. Bye-bye.